Na unajua pia umetaja due concept, he's done a very amazing job. But unajua, you know, like hapa ni the people's kamkunji, so mimi nitakwambia reality ya what people have been saying on the side.
Talk to me.
Mimi nakwambia tu kweli hapa. You know, this was not even on the script, but mimi vile umemtaja due concept, mimi ndaongea tu hapo kweli. He's done an amazing job. He's done an amazing job promoting this. So a lot of Kenyan promoters are asking, ni aje umetuacha matani? You know, like we've been here with you, we promoted the shows for you for a very long time. Ni vipi yani, how is it that we are not being involved on this one? So maybe just to help them understand, although a lot of the promoters have already been promoting this show.
They have. Yes. Listen, all those Kenyan promoters have already been promoting this show. I want to say thank you to them. I won't forget where we come from and how we've grown together over the years. But guys, I need you to grow with me.
Okay.
That's true.
Because guys, I'm trying to take this music to another level. I'm trying to take our music and put it in venue. No, there's no Kenyan promoter who has given me the offer Duke has given me. Let's start from there. Every other Kenyan promoter was asking me to come and do one show. Unaweza kama upige show Jazzy? Unaweza kama upige show wapi? Second, our promoters don't like to adhere to the rules that I have for myself as a live performer.
Okay.
Yeah, me, I won't play in a bar. I'm past those things.
Oh, very interesting.
I'm past that level of playing in multi-purpose halls. I can't do that anymore. Stopping you guys from booking international acts as well.
Okay.
You know, you can just go and book them if you want.
I actually believe
respectfully, by the way. I don't even mean that with any, like, if you can see my expression right now, I mean it. Love.
Yeah.
Let's grow.
Na unajua pia umetaja due concept, he's done a very amazing job. But unajua, you know, like hapa ni the people's kamkunji, so mimi nitakwambia reality ya what people have been saying on the side.
Talk to me.
Mimi nakwambia tu kweli hapa. You know, this was not even on the script, but vile umemtaja due concept, mimi ndaongea tu hapo kweli. He's done an amazing job. He's done an amazing job promoting this. So a lot of Kenyan promoters are asking, ni aje umetuacha matani? You know, like we've been here with you, we promoted the shows for you for a very long time. Ni vipi yani, how is it that we are not being involved on this one? So maybe just to help them understand, although a lot of the promoters have already been promoting this show.
They have. Yes. Listen, all those Kenyan promoters have already been promoting this show. I want to say thank you to them. I won't forget where we come from and how we've grown together over the years. But guys, I need you to grow with me.
Okay.
That's true.
Because guys, I'm trying to take this music to another level. I'm trying to take our music and put it in venue. No, there's no Kenyan promoter who has given me the offer Duke has given me. Let's start from there.
Okay.
Even if I'm to speak as a businessman.
Okay.
And I have bills to pay and I have hard costs in my life.
Okay. Fair enough.
Have to be paid, right? So Duke is the first person to come out maybe with 8 cities and make it make sense financially for me.
Okay.
You know? So let's start from there. Every other Kenyan promoter was asking me to come and do one show. Unaweza kama upige show Jazzy? Unaweza kama upige show wapi? Second, our promoters don't like to adhere to the rules that I have for myself as a live performer.
Okay.
Yeah, me, I won't play in a bar. I'm past those things.
Oh, very interesting.
I'm past that level of playing in multi-purpose halls. I can't do that anymore. Yeah, I can't do those. Yeah. So if I'm going to do something, I have to play in a music venue. People go to music venues to watch music. That's a place that's been curated for sound. So that we can, as a bare minimum, we can have a beautiful experience from the user.
Yes.
And the artists.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. So I think
so when I look at those things, I've not seen any Kenyan promoter who has given me that, except Simon last time.
Okay.
And I tried doing this tour with Simon first before I went to Duke actually.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So I did try with Simon, but we weren't able to make it work.
Okay.
And so I had to go to another place because I have to tour still, guys.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So promoters meskia, you know, you can drop your comments pale below. We are live on YouTube. I think the Facebook stream is still facing some challenges, but you can come on YouTube. Let us know what you think. Please type your comment. Let us know. Bien mwenyewe amezungumza. DJ Moshfire, I just want you to react to what Bien has said, because this thing has been subject to endless debate. You know, like we're in a lot of those groups and it's been subject to endless debate. So maybe 1 or 2 minutes, just tell us what you feel about, because what Bien has summarized has answered questions that have been debated. I think tukiandika hizo debates, they could even fill 100 pages.
So Bien Asante, karibu to the show. So you know, this, I'd say we have a lot of people who talk kitchen politics, so to speak, right? But at the end of the day, like Bien said, it's a business. He's a businessman. And then also someone has to see what is the big picture. Where is he going with this? And I'll give you guys Ntawaibia Mtiani. Back in the day, when I had a conversation with these guys, and I asked them a simple question. I said, where are you guys going as a group? Or where do you guys see yourselves headed? And the answer I was given, I think it was Fancy Fingers who told me, he said, us guys, we want to win a Grammy. That's what he told me.
Wow.
Nimedanganya.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Did you guys win a Grammy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's done that. He's a Grammy-winning musician. You want to relegate him to a bar?
So this is
Because I've been seeing the tours that have been happening.
Yeah.
You know, I've been seeing the tours that have been happening within the sphere of our artists. None of them has been in a music venue.
Wow. I mean, you know, sasa hata sijui niseme nini Mika.
No, and to add to that, and this has been a conversation that we've been having so many times and arguing with so many people, and we've told people that at some point we have to look at our music from the aspect of understanding the business of music, not just music itself. And in that, if you opened a kibanda right now and you wanted it to be a supermarket, you'll have to pump money into it. So you can't expect that an artist is growing, investing into themselves, and then when you want to do business with that artist, you're still approaching them how you approached them 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Because in yourself, as whatever you as a promoter, an investor, or anything, you also want to grow. You also want to be known as the promoter who bring big parties, as the promoter who holds parties that people know they'll get their value for money. And if you're looking to get value for money from that business you're investing, the artist also has to get value from that business that you're giving it to them. So it's a symbiotic relationship that basically means do things right? Legally, financially, right? And just any other way that you're dealing with people. You cannot say you're bringing an artist from Kenya. This is an artist who has aspirations, and you don't want to bring them in the correct way, right?
Even the visa conversation, you know, like my O1 visa costs $18,000, guys. Which promoter was going to pay $18K for my visa?
So talk about that visa. Is it
also
because
I see Kenyan promoters bringing Jamaican artists? Are the artists supposed to be pissed that they're now bringing Jamaican artists? No, I've seen Kenyan promoters. Amazing promoters too.
Yeah.
Mike Fracas has booked Jamaican artists time and time over.
Yeah.
I know Fully Focus has booked Davido. Fully Focus has booked Wizkid. So guys, we're just in a field. Allow us to also be international. No one is stopping you guys from booking international acts as well.
Okay.
You know, you can just go and book them if you want.
I actually believe
respectfully, by the way. And I don't even mean that with any, like, if you can see my expression right now, I mean it. Love. Yeah. Let's grow.
I actually believe in such a situation, the artist has to be selfish, because we know the artists have been paid. The artists have been taking small money when they've been coming to America to perform to America, and those days are way done. But then also the artist has to be able to be selfish enough to get what they're to look at. If I sign this deal, how am I benefiting from this? Because it's getting to a point whereby the audience that will consume Bien's music, if Bien was here from 2016, that is how many years? This is 10 years later.
Almost 10 years. Yeah,
that audience can afford any price that you put it in front of them, as long as you give them quality.
Okay.
So if you wanna do shows, and if you wanna do shows and you put bad quality, that audience will not come. So I don't believe you, Ali. And as Bien said, on Tuesday, people will go watch Beyonce, right? Because they know they'll get the good quality from a Beyonce show, and they will pay $200, $300 tickets there, right? But then, if you put Bien in that same location, and people see the value of it, they will pay that same amount of money. But if you put an artist in a bad location, you're devaluing him too.
Well, this is the OneMicShow. Na mumesikia. This conversation has happened for a very long time, and I think it has been brought to a close.
Let's get out the kitchen, guys.
Yeah,
let's get out this conversation is happening in the kitchens. Juu wapi? Tokeni kwa jikoni majamaa bana. Wa Nigeria wako Madison Square Garden, sisi tuko kwa jikoni.
Tokeni jikoni, wa Nigeria kwa Madison Square Garden.
Wanafanya arenas, wanafanya state farm arenas, wanafanya wapi, wanafanya wapi. Alafu sisi bado tuko na numbers, wasani our audiences are what's filling up.
Those places.
Yeah.
It's actually our audiences, yes.
By the way, Kenyans, anytime you go to a random show, like hata kama ni Nigeria mekam, like anyone
even
from any
rock.
country. You meet so many Kenyans, and I'm talking about here in the US.
And not even Kenyans, man.
Yeah.
I want to speak for East Africa as a diaspora.
Yeah.
The Swahili-speaking diaspora in the world is almost just as large as Nigeria as a territory.
Yes.
So we need to understand our power and work towards goals that are building. Our kids are going to ask us what we're doing. At least I'll tell my kids, we took it from the multi-purpose halls to music venues.
Okay.
They have to take it to arenas now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe, like just quick advice, so that we can go to other issues that we want to address today. Quick advice to the promoters who are listening, because wako tuned in wote. Weko hapa wanakusikiza. Maybe what is it that they need to do, so that next time, not necessarily Bien, any other, because there are so many other artists who are coming up. Yeah.
Come correct. Okay, first of all, I agree, there's a lot of Kenyan artists who need to come to America.
Yeah.
But come correct, man. There's promoters in every state.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys are going to kuungana, could bring wasanii. Kasa hii Codon Clan wakikam states.
Wanaweza uwa mbaya sana, yeah.
Codon Clan inafaa kuwa already mapromoter wameshikana, wamesema nataka kubringa wa say these are the mathematics, these are the numbers, these are the what. Yani tunataka kitu as a business too.
Okay.
Tunapata sponsorship gani, yani like tuangalie kitu as a business. Na hii touring ni big business, diaspora yetu ni kubwa, kuna chances. So
unajua noma ni nini? Wanajua hivyo lakini hawaezi.
Mika bwana.
Well, Mika atakuchoma.
Mika kwa nini unachoma bana? Tuko na mgeni. We have a visitor bwana. Behave.
Kweli tu.
Yeah, now like a couple of questions here coming from the people who are tuned in. I can see watu wengi wameingia hapa. Dynamic anasema visiting you guys in DC soon. Karibu sana Dynamic.
Welcome Dynamic.
Hapa I can see Phoenix Rising 254. Paul Nzengu from all the way from California. Anasema swali for Bien. He has said he's taking the Kenyan music to bigger places. Is he mentoring or assisting any other Kenyan artists to do the same level or access the same platforms like him? So here, a quick question to you from Pablo in California.
Pablo in California, thank you for your question. Pablo, if you go on YouTube or wherever you stream music, you can check out Soul Generation.
Okay.
Soul Generation is a record label that signed Ben Soul and Viri.
Yeah.
Also, there are other groups, Kaskazini, there. And on that mentorship level, I've done the most with Ben Soul and Viri. You can see their careers. They speak for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Soulfest, my festival, is the biggest employer in terms of festivals in Kenya. Not only artists.
Interesting.
Like it employs almost 1,000 people. And
security
that's
and all.
Security, everything. Then finally, we set up Soul Generation Publishing. We are the biggest publisher of Kenyan music. We are doing publishing for Kenyan artists. They didn't know about publishing. Publishing wasn't a conversation that existed until we started to do it. So all of these urban tone songs in the new age of artists, we are publishing for them. Even the older artists who didn't have publishing, we are publishing for them. So we are hell-bent on building structure in our industry.
Okay.
Bien, on that publishing question, because now we have the what is it? I guess publishing is with is that where the intellectual property comes in, then like you own it, and then you should then be getting your I guess I'd say
royalties from
whichever wherever, whether it's a US royalty entity, whether as long as you're registered and they've figured the accounts and all of that. So then that goes back to Easy Swahili's like MCSK and so on and so forth. So since you guys are doing the publishing, does that mean that you guys then also are you then now pushing the monies collecting for, or you're not? You guys are not actually involved.
We are collecting, and we are collecting, and we are also looking for opportunities for that music to make it make sense and make it make money. So if you sign with us, we are also looking for ads for your music. We're also looking for movies where your music can feature. We're trying to make your music make sense in other places so that it makes you residual income.
Multiple streams of residual income. Okay. Hiyo sawa. Hapa kuna comment ingine inakuja.
And that's not for artists who are signed to Soul Generation. That's for all the artists. It's for everybody. So we do it for all of those people.
So round hii ukipata ile check ya 3,000.
MCSK hapana kutoka Europe siku hizi.
Okay, na kuna hapa comment ingine kutoka kwa Frank Wesonga. Frank Wesonga anasema DJ Frank anasema US Kenyan promoters based here in the US, if we were contacted well in advance and given clear terms and conditions, I'm confident we could have met them and delivered all 8 cities as requested, but that's in hindsight, and I think pia usha explain kitu vizuri. So
if
I mean,
was intention to bring me, where are the emails from them? If there was intention, like it's not I didn't ask to come out on tour. Like there also has to be some intention.
Okay.
I don't want this to become a back and forth, guys. It's not helping anybody.
Okay.
So Frank, you saying that you could have is
coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah, man. It's okay. You could have then you could have, because I've not received any emails or communication from people inquiring for bookings and coming correct. When Simon Okello is having a conversation with me, he comes to Nairobi, he comes to my house, he tells me, bro, I have this and these dates.
Okay.
Are you free? Yes. Okay, how do we make this work? And we figure that out.
Okay.
So I've done business like that before.
Well,
it's not the first time.
Well, I'm glad that there's clarity on this issue. And I hope people are taking notes because we have, BN is just getting started.
So wakijipanga wanaweza rudi. Kuna next year na hizo miaka zingine.
BN is a businessman.
He's
ready. I'll be touring for the rest of my life.
He's ready.
So
amesikia.
If you're ready, we work. If you're not ready, somebody else is going to take up the bid and I'm going to work. Because I have to tour, guys. I have to pay my bills. I have to live my life.
Okay. Aya, sawa. And of course, you're tuned into the One Mic Show. We of course have BN in studio, spitting some gems and, answering questions very candidly. Any question, to be honest, we debated whether we should ask you this question, but I'm glad you made it easy for us, and this information is out now for everyone to know. Now, hapa DJ Katz anasema 18K noma sana. We Kenyans, we need to pull up our socks. All Kenyan events, we need to put a minimum fee of $60, and we Kenyans, we have to support. And then Pablo anasema si huku California, bien atatupatia extra pressure, so atupange pia sisi alete show huku please.
I really wanted to go to Cali, to be honest.
Yes.
But you see, also the tour was routed according to how my streaming is performing in America.
Wow,
that is interesting.
Did not know that.
I wasn't able to make a stop in Cali because it wasn't high up there in where my streamers are from.
Kwa hivyo watu wa Cali
a lot of
wamelalia masikio.
East Coast.
Interesting.
Lakini California mazela same so tulienda Cali ilikuwa poa sana.
Correct, yes.
Because hiyo schedule yako, I was wondering, Cincinnati inatoka wapi? Unajua kuna cities zingine
wa Tanzania.
Yes, Watanzania.
I know kuna Watanzania wengi huko.
Wabongo.
Nilikuwa naangalia karibu 70% sold out man. Na niko like, wow man. Mimi sikuwa najua Cincinnati. Nimeenda Ohio mimi.
Wa Tanzania.
So by the way, unaona, those are the things, because to me I was looking at it, I was like, this is not a touring city.
The math was not mathing.
Mimi nilikuwa naona hizo zingine naelewa, Dallas, Atlanta, those ones I get, but niko na
Cincinnati, si ndio?
No, actually nishaenda.
Naenda for work. He had family there. At one point.
No, actually I had family in Mansfield. Mansfield is like a couple of hours away from Cincinnati, but I've been to Cincinnati for work. Interesting
Cincinnati
city.
Sherehe.
Bila sijenda sherehe, nimeenda kazi.
Wendo una assume hivyo. Cincinnati kuna Watanzania wengi na Wakenya
sasa
wengi
sikujua.
Pia. So it explains the streaming. Actually, that makes quite a lot of sense
so
when you look at the city.
Even our decisions on how we plot out our bookings is not data driven.
Wow.
You see, if we want to make decisions on how artists are going to tour, it needs to be a data driven conversation.
Sio kusema huko kuna Wakenya wengi.
Kuna Wakenya Boston, kuna Wakenya.
Wako wengi wanakungoja.
Kuna Wakenya kila mahali. The place yenye iko more centrally placed ndio watu wakuja from different places, nini ndio tunafaa converse around streaming.
Okay.
Where do your streams come from? And the good thing is right now people are able to get that data to the T.
Okay.
Because of artificial intelligence, how the records of how people bought tickets last time.
Yes.
We have all that data to help us make those decisions.
So
even if you want to promote,
and
if you want to continue being in the field of promotion, we must rise above now and
big
get
data,
into the data game. Our show in Toronto last year was booked by a Chinese promoter. You remember the guy? Was booked by a Chinese promoter.
Wow.
I asked him. Also that the Canada tour was paying us double what America was paying us.
Huh?
And I asked this guy, like, how did you know about us? And he was just like, well, I looked
data.
you guys up. I have your data. I know how people are streaming. Blah blah. Basically, aliangalia streams.
Aliangalia numbers.
It's business. It's business. It's not personal.
He's never even had our song.
So that data is available to anyone.
Well, to people who are in the business, I mean, if you're in the business of radio, then you must have data for radio.
Yes.
Right.
The business of, you must find a way of getting the data.
Okay.
Wow. You can check. I think you can check, but things like streams,
if you have the YouTube,
Spotify can show you.
Should check. Yes.
YouTube can show you insights.
Yeah, the numbers
like you
are there.
can see all those insights. They're not secrets.
Okay.
They're numbers that are very public. Your Spotify numbers are your Spotify numbers.
Correct. Yes.
There's nothing like that's public about them.
Promoters, DJs, meskia. So let's
use data.
Yeah,
use data. Kweli aliati wewe utafanya tu na data wewe you'll book nini the data wewe.
No, unajua mimi si promoter.
Kufanya bila unafanyanga. Just be aware that kuna data inatumikanga just be aware. Atuseme sasa kila kitu sana tumeingia kwa hesabu sijui mani. Hapana. Watu aware.
Unajua nini? Unajua mtu ameapply for one visa.
Yes.
Ama anajua vitu zoitisha kwa embassy. Atakuwa anajua palipa kwa.
Unajua kuna watu hata wajui hiyo for one visa ni nini. Maybe useme pia hiyo ni nini.
Basically ni unakumbuka kuna time back in the days when we used to say nani amechomea msanii wa nani hawezi kuja.
Correct.
But kumbe ni visa wrong
amekuja na visitor
visa.
Yes. Should have been the business one.
Yes. It should have been the business one. The one sasa unaona hiyo. So now the issue is that
P1 to a performance.
So the issue is that if you apply for those visas, you know what they ask for.
Okay.
And you know when they ask for, you know what to look for. And as you said, evolve with the times. Awezi kuwa when ni promoter mnoma umosha na kujua Mika na kujua OneMic na kujua nani na kujua, but then unaweza angukia market yenye ni wazungu wanapenda hiyo ngoma na juu vile amesema data evolve with the time. Like basically you have to evolve with the time. So the thing is, I hope people who are in the business of hearing from an artist and the artist is not shy about giving them information what they need to look for, not to do.
And unajua ndo one of the reasons why I like BN, because BN yani ukifikiria kuna topic yani hata ongea ataenda mpaka afike kwa neighbor. But
I thought ulisema alikuwa kwa bedroom.
Hiyo hapo ni kama umemkaribisha kwako. Ukimkaribisha kwako wewe utakuwa umetoka job na kuja kulala, then unamkuta endo yuko kwa king bed. But